It's got a death curse.
It's time for another Death Curse Club podcast, and we got a panel of all spectacularness because it's the holidays and we're just in the giving mood. Alongside with me is the wonderful, the talented, the amazing, the beautiful, the holiday princess herself, Brooke.
That's me.
That's her. And alongside with us is the Krampus of them all, the dweller of the down, the guy, the myth, the guy you don't want to take off, Jim.
Mary Pumis.
Mary Pumis, indeed. And I am just your average elf, just trying to get through the season, Zach. Hello.
Cutting lips on wrapping paper.
Let me tell you guys.
Tape.
Yeah, on tape. So I wrapped my presents today for Miss Brooke here because she handles everybody and she's pristine with this. And if anybody knows me, I only wrap gifts for one person, and her name's Brooke. And I went out there into the garage to wrap these gifts. I've never had my ass kicked so hard in my life. I'm dropping coffee everywhere. I'm way too much paper, honestly. Just
yeah, I'm pretty sure one of them's a box. It doesn't look like a box, but I'm pretty sure it's a box underneath.
It's like midway, like how the Hellraiser Pandora box gets shifted. That's what happened.
You did come back in, and I was like, is there any paper left?
It was a little bit.
Yes.
It was a little bit. But yeah, tape ripped my lip open. I mean, you have to cut me, Mick. You got to cut me. So anyways, that's what we're doing. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. That's the end of the show.
I was about to say, is that your ending?
Yes, it is. Hey, hope everybody's doing well. Yeah,
right?
Hope everybody's doing well. If you want to support the show, go ahead and hit Gruesome Coffee. The link is in the description. If you are going to do dry January, we have Go Brewing, a link down there where you can get percentage off and help out the show as well. So if that's your jam, baby, go ahead and do that. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great?
Yeah.
You know what? You have a reaction coming out next week that we're going to record. The Nightmare on Elm Street series is done.
Oh my God, I thought you were about to say there was another one.
No, you're done there. There is another one, but we're saving it for another time. But, and I'll just announce it here if anybody, catches this.
I thought you were going to surprise me. Good, I'm glad.
You want a surprise? I'll surprise it.
Is it going to spoil it? Well, I mean...
I don't know if you know how that works. I don't know what's happening.
Like, is it better if it was a surprise?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, then go ahead.
Well, we didn't do a Christmas movie for you to watch.
No,
so
December's crazy.
Yeah, I had the idea to say, how about for the end of the year, we watch one of the most talked about horror movies of the year, and you are going to react to Weapons.
Oh, okay.
We are going to watch Weapons because I think I need your response to it. Me and Jim have talked about it.
Oh, okay.
And we have our feelings.
I saw that you guys talked about it. I didn't watch it because I hadn't watched the movie, so I wasn't.
Stop. Just stop.
But I'm just saying.
I didn't watch because of that.
No. You know what?
Yeah, what?
Merry Christmas.
Welcome back to the podcast. So that'll be your end of the year watch. Okay. I think what we will in 2026 is actually start the 28 Days Later series. Bless you. Because the new one's coming out of that. And I figure we'll probably range that for when the digital release of Bone Temple comes out. But we'll look forward to that series in the new year. Also, Core Memory Unlocked Horror is back, starting in January. Bless you!
Well, I only had
it's back in January with the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Jim and myself are going to talk that. And at the end of the series, we're going to rank the movies with Brooke's help. Because she's seen the movies. So
Better do that sooner rather than later.
We will. We'll record that actually immediately after this. So get ready for that of the new year. But we're here to talk a little show. A series came out, and I don't want it to go under the radar because we'll be back Friday with part 2 review of Stranger Things season 5. So I don't want this to go under the radar. I want to talk about it since it did just finish. We all watched it. Welcome to Derry. This show came out on HBO Max back at the end of October. It was an 8-episode run, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Apparently this thing got approved for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Who saw that coming? Funny enough, though, we watched the pilot and then did not come back to it till the season finale was coming out that week.
Yeah.
We watched one, and then we watched 2 episodes the week leading into the season finale. Jim, were you a week-to-weeker with this?
Yeah, we were on it every week.
Okay. So I feel there's going to be a lot of different feelings here, and I'm excited to
based
get
on
into
how
that.
you watched it.
Yeah. So overall thoughts, Jim, how did you feel about this show?
I was pretty happy with it for the most part. The fact that it didn't feel like it was just a complete rehash of everything that we've already seen. There's some new stuff there. I mean, if you're going to make a show, you got to create a lot of new characters and a lot of new subplots to justify an 8-hour runtime.
Yeah, that's fair. That's cool. How about you?
I thought it was scary. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was kind of taken aback at how like unsettling a lot of it was. And like truly scary. Like, there were points when like the tension was so high, the way that they did it, that I was like hiding under the blanket.
I get that. That good?
Yeah.
Okay.
As an overall, like, I felt like it was really scary. I felt like it held to the it realm in that sense. Yeah, the lore
of the movie. The 2 movies. Yes, this is based on the Andy Muschietti version of Pennywise and the Stephen King book from the films that came out in, I think, 2017 and 19, if I'm right. I overall like this show. I think it has a very eerie tone throughout. I like the characters that you get in this. And I think it really does hold a same kind of tone and feel as the movies, which I respect. Especially for something that ended almost 7 years ago. To just continue along with it's pretty rad.
Yeah.
So those are my overall thoughts. I'd like to break this down as good, bad, and questions. So I'll start with the good. I think the adults in this series was the best. My favorite characters of this are the adults. I love the family with the son. I love James Remar as the general. I love the guy who's in The Shining, that character. I forget his name.
Yeah.
It starts with H. I feel like everybody's name starts with an H. Halloran, maybe?
Yeah, Halloran. Dick Halloran.
Yeah, Dick Halloran. Like, I love every adult in this. And I'll leave some of the other characters to the back. I thought the kids were good for what they were doing. Like, they were very, how can I say this? I think you have to make them feel very like you want to save them yourself. And I think a lot of kids brought that. I think Richie is a standout of that kind of feel. And the girl that he had a relationship with, like
Marge.
Marge. I think both of them were phenomenal, and I'll save some for other entries. I liked Pennywise when we got Pennywise, and I love that they gave us the backstory, kinda, of how Pennywise becomes Pennywise, because I think that was a promise from It Chapter 2 that was
Never
not
happened.
fulfilled. And the fact that we got this kind of puts me in a better place with it. So for me, those are the scares. I think there's things about the movie that really worked. I remember leaving the movie being like, oh, that would be a cool HHN scare.
Yeah.
And I think there's a couple in here kind of
Very
the same
easily.
base. And the womb scene, the birthing scene from episode 2
Oh my God.
is quite possibly
Haunting.
I'm going to have nightmares about that forever. So good stuff for me. Jim, how about you? What are the good?
Yeah, the adults were pretty great. The kids, I thought the kids were good. It just because of the fact that that's what we get in the other movies, it's hard to,
Yeah.
it feels very similar. But
Yeah.
I like that it fits into the Stephen King world really well, even though it's not based. I mean, it's inspired by the Stephen King stuff. This is not something that was written by Stephen King. He wrote it. He wrote, The Shining and Doctor Sleep, but he did not write this.
Right.
But this feels very much like a Stephen King thing when you look at the characters and the little archetypes of the characters with the kids and even the adults as well, with like the man without fear and things of that nature. That feels very Stephen King. And it fits in and it pulls from The Shining and Doctor Sleep and It and the other It's. And we get the name drop of Shawshank. And
Yeah.
so that's probably what I like the most about it, is that it felt like it fit well into the Stephen King universe.
Yeah, for sure. How about you? What is the good from this series?
Well, I mean, I did say it, like the level of scares that I think that were in there. The gore was unmatched, unreal. And there was a lot of it that I felt like there was an investment. Like they made me become invested within the characters in such a short period. Like I know that you listed some more than others, right? Which is natural. There's some that you gravitate more, but there was not truly a character that like when they got on the screen got underneath my skin. That wasn't supposed to, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Right.
So I really like that. And usually I'm not a fan of when there's a lot of side stories going on, but I felt like everything had a purpose and had a reason. And I did truly like that.
Yeah.
But like I said, being invested in the characters to where like I had emotional attachments and some certain things
Right.
was really, really nice. I liked that a lot.
And I'd like to piggyback my thoughts of characters. The Native Americans, they were awesome through this. Like their storyline from the entry of the early 1900s all the way to them
Rose
helping out trying to contain Pennywise.
Rose
was
and
really
Daniel.
good. Yeah. Like love that. The bad. The kids are mentioned. I gotta be quite fucking honest.
Oh gosh.
The crazy girl who holds the Horcrux the whole fucking time,
Lily.
Lily, I would have fucking eaten her head off too, because I hated her. I have never flames. I just whoever told her to just fucking go for it every single scene was too much to me. And I don't like knocking the kid because I don't think it's the kid's problem. I think it's the character's aspect of just everything. I get it. The first episode, she sees every single person die that she knows. And I loved the POV of that in the episode 2 of showing everybody getting got. I completely get it. But that's kind of the problem of this show being 8 hours, because it's really structured like a 2.5 hour movie. Because like we don't get Pennywise until what, episode 4? Like you get Pennywise, you see big teeth on people, you see eyes in the distance and stuff like that. But the bad of this is because they are dragging it all out, there is a part of me that's like, there's a 3 hour version of this that would have been a little bit better in my eyes, because I think there's repeating bits from characters, and hers specifically is what's driving me insane. Like Marge, her character arc, it just felt like this until we got to the last 3 when her eyes get fucking snailed. And like, for me, if even this show was 6 episodes, maybe I'd feel better about it. But I do feel the dragness of everything, because the adults felt like they kept moving. I felt like the hollering stuff, the we're going to jump the guy, and they're getting the mystery. It almost feels like how the It movies did, where it was like chapter 2, the kids were a hit in the first movie, we'll put more kids in this one. They don't exist in it. I don't care. I want more kids. That's how this feels. It's like, well, we started with the kids, and it kind of felt like we could have put them in the backseat a little more, because like you said, it's hard to top the ones we got from the movies.
Fair.
So that being said, the bad part for me are some of the acting choices, because of how many times they had to play this stressed out role, and the length of it was just getting to me at some points. That's my bad. How about you? Bad.
Well, I'm just going to say, for that character, I can see why she annoys you, because I feel like that's really what it boils down to. But I think part of it does play into, like, she has witnessed a lot of trauma through her life, and then her having to go into, like, the crazy place, you know what I mean, like a mental hospital, and her, like, presuming it as, like, at that time period, going there you weren't going there for mental health, you were going there because you were crazy.
Yes.
So I think it just perpetuated her feelings, and then you kind of learn in the last episode that datum, isn't that how you would say, like, the thing that she had?
Sure, the Horcrux.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a Horcrux.
It's a fucking Horcrux. Did they not go, if you hold it too long, you are going...
Yes, well, that's what I was going to say.
That's the Horcrux!
I think, I see. Yeah. I got what you were coming from. But, so I felt like that was her part of it. But I do agree, while it was only 8 episodes, they were long episodes. I think that they could have probably cut some of it, at least down to shorter episodes, or combine. I don't know. It was,
but that's my point, and I just want to rebuttal.
And I also feel like it's being nitpicky with that too, though, because at least they didn't go to 10.
True, but I just want to rebuttal with this one part. She sees the killing.
Yeah.
She tells them the dad didn't do it. She gets in a situation where now she has to tell that he was there. Then gets in a situation of, no, I'll say that he wasn't there. You flip-flopped it, snip-snapped 2 times.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine.
It's a kid.
You didn't have to snip-snap it.
But it's a kid. That's like what kids do.
Yeah.
Fuck you, it's a kid.
No, but it is a kid.
Yeah,
No.
kids are easily manipulated.
Yes.
But
and I think that's the whole point of all of it, is that, I mean, the reason that it goes after kids is because they are so easily manipulated and scared of every little thing.
But the problem is if I'm
no one will believe him.
But that's the point. If I'm not going to believe you, then he's still going to fucking get fried. So there was no fucking reason why the daughter would have accepted her at the end then.
I do agree with that. I think
there's no reason she would have allowed her be on the team. You fucked me. They're not going to believe him. Get out of here, white girl. Call me a liar. Jim, bad. Give it to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna probably just kind of talk about some of the stuff you guys talked about. The runtime didn't really bother me, I guess. I think on the kids' side, I can see where it feels a little draggy, because it does bounce around back and forth a little bit. But I also think because of the fact that the movies follow the kids, it's pretty much a lot of the same stuff. I mean, it's
the
a lot
same
of
beats.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same beats from what we see in the movies. But it does. I don't know. The adults are new. The adults are new stories, new characters, and it's all new. I didn't really miss Pennywise not showing up until episode 4.
Yeah, I didn't mind that. I don't
like
mind
the
that.
slow roll. Yeah.
Yeah. there, yeah, you could have probably trimmed a little bits in here and there, and I get your aggravation with the girl being annoying, but I think that's again just it's not her, it's not the
No,
actress,
it's
and
not
you
her
said
at
it's not the
all.
actress, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of the character being very at this
Needy and
point at her
whiny.
yeah, and at her wits end between
Yeah.
Right.
like seeing her father being demolished,
Yes.
and then going to the, like you said, the insane asylum, which was no
Hmm.
picnic back then, and then
Right.
you got no real friends, and the friend that you have turns on you, and I mean, she had a rough time. So,
Right.
but I don't know. I didn't really walk out of there being like, oh man, I hated anything.
No,
Mhm. And I
And
want-
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think if you go back, like, while I am saying negative things, that it did for me, it didn't take away from liking the show heavily
Mhm.
and being like telling people like, oh no, you should watch this. This was fun. I'm very interested to see how they do like a season 2 or so. Like, I get wanting to jump on it because it did.
Well, they've
get-
already teased what it is within that show.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, and this is where we're at now.
Okay.
Questions. There is no ugly. For me, here are some questions that I have, and I just want to start. This is all spoilers. I say watch it. Go ahead. It's good stuff. It's on Max. Do your thing. I have to spoil everything now. If you haven't seen
Yeah.
it, it's spoiled century now.
Yeah.
At the
Well,
end,
give them a second. You're like, okay, thank you for watching.
Right.
Spoilers.
Thanks. So, at the end, Pennywise is taking over, basically, and he's gathered all these fucking kids. So,
This is one of the things that
One
we
of-
talked about, which was hard. I wanted to say that this was something that annoyed me, but then that was like a spoiler ass.
Gotcha.
So
the mist, is that the reference?
So
When-
yeah, kind of it is because
Yeah.
he actually does come from the
Aliens.
same. He comes from the same dimension that the creatures from the movie The Mist do.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm good with. I don't want to sit there and act like I have
Because
to
the-
make it up, but
No, because the experiments that the military are doing are what open up the gateway in the movie The Mist. It's the same
Okay.
experiments.
is it really? Okay,
Yeah.
see, that works for me. This is neat shit. I love that they were just like, remember that show Castle Rock? We'll do it and give it a bad guy.
also, that's not what I thought you were gonna say.
But what did you think?
So no, what kind of annoyed me is that with the Horcrux, as you called it, the first time it showed up, right? Like, it was in the water and Pennywise saw it. You saw him like retreat.
When the guy dropped it, and the girl that
Yeah.
annoys me, and Pennywise just hauls ass to her and stops.
sees it and then like kind of shrinks away type thing. I get that. I liked that. But then later in the last episode, and she was holding it and he's just like
He's just doing circles.
spinning around her. Now I get like in the tunnels, he couldn't get around her. Like, it was, he would have to pass it and he
Right.
can't pass it. But it felt like he couldn't really get close to it because it scared him. So to see him get so close to her, like, that kind of annoyed me.
Yeah.
I get it because it's like, okay, well, he's trying to get her away from it type thing. But yeah, that was annoying. I did love the scene though where the one guy was in his head, Dick was in his head, and he
yeah.
was like frozen. And so then the military guy comes up to him and he was like, you know, I never thought I'd see you again, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm here to help you. Let's rule the world together. But it was still under, like, but you got to do what I say. And then the fact that, like, Pennywise destroyed, because it was like, again, you think you can control that, but you can't. And I liked that, like, kind of.
Yeah.
between the
Did you
lines.
catch any of that while watching, like, him being able to kind of work? It just feels like they didn't really heed to the rules that they created with him about these stones.
I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, you could because he didn't, yeah, like you said, he didn't, or like she said, he didn't cross over anything. He was around it.
Yeah.
He does get close to it. You could also say that maybe he was just a little like surprised in the tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
And then by this point is realizes like, maybe you're not much of a threat, whether you have this thing or not. So maybe he got a
Right.
little bit more brave, a little bit more
It also made
brazen.
me think that he was stronger at that point too. Like I feel like you could give that aspect because at that point
Right.
he was loose.
Right. My other question is Madeline Stowe, fantastic in the movie or show. She's Pennywise's daughter. Well, the real version. And she does her own little clown thing and kind of wants to be the minion of Pennywise. And we find out at the end, like, she's the old lady that's in the It movies.
Lost you. I don't know where you are. I lost you.
I'm right here. Where
We
are
lost
you?
him. He's frozen.
I'm back. You were frozen.
You're
Oh,
frozen.
You're frozen. You're not even
We're all
moving.
frozen.
You're not even
No,
moving.
we're not. We're moving.
Oh,
You're
I'm moving.
Not moving. No.
Oh, okay. Well, before you said a second ago, I couldn't hear or see anything. So
Oh, okay.
on your
We're
side, you
moving.
were frozen.
Oh, there he is. There he
There you
is.
go. You're coming back. You just
All
have you have wonky ass internet. So Madeline, or it's us. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So I love her character that she eventually is the old lady in the It films.
Right.
It's odd to me because aren't the It movies taking place in the 2000, like chapter 2? Isn't that taking place in 2017?
Yeah, I believe so.
So if that's the case, you're telling me she's 110 years
Oh
old?
no, it's not that late. Well,
I think
Yeah,
so because
it's
the
not that
It
late because
movies,
the first set is set in the 80s,
right. So
and then
they're
it's
like
27
12.
years.
Okay,
So,
so it's
early mid
2010.
2000s.
So
Yeah,
she's
early mid
100.
2000s.
Okay, so she's 100.
I mean, she old,
Be-
she crazy too. She know what she doing.
Well,
Crazy
my
lives
question
old.
was, do you think Pennywise is keeping her that age, or keeping her slowly letting her body not die?
I don't know. That's reading in.
Yeah. And I guess that leads to this. So the way that the show ends, it ends with Welcome to Derry logo and then says chapter 1. And I guess this is a question / what I don't like about that. One, don't call it chapter 1 because we have a chapter 1. It's called
Fair.
It. And then there's It chapter 2. This needed to be called Welcome to Derry part 1. So if that's the case, where the fuck does this go? Because Marge is going to have a kid who ends up being Finn Wolfhard as Richie.
Hmm.
And I like the idea, oh, she's honoring her Richie. I get that. Marge doesn't know what the fuck's going on in that movie. Like, she just wants to cradle her kid, right? So why doesn't
Yeah.
she know who the fuck Pennywise is? She fought Pennywise.
The only thing I can think of is like they literally do talk about the fact that like
If
I
you
wonder
leave
if you
Derry.
leave Derry. So I wonder
You
if there's a
forget.
point if that she leaves.
What?
God,
Oh.
the thing was falling.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Jim, do you have any answers?
As far as why she doesn't remember anything, no, not really. We don't know what happens to her or anybody in between. We just know
That's
the
why I think-
connections.
But
As-
yeah,
that she's
and
gonna
I get
leave.
that it's chapter 1. So you said that you could see where it's going. Where the fuck is it going? We have an
going
It
back.
movie.
It's going back.
Like we're going even further back
Yeah.
in time.
Yeah, we're gonna go further back, and then the chapter 3 will be even further back.
Okay,
geez.
I have a fucking problem with that.
Because what they say is, or what Pennywise says, is that, when they killed him, it was almost like a rebirth, or like he was born, and that he doesn't see time the way that everyone else does. So
Right.
that's why he already knows about like what she's going to do when she gets older. Like she's going to have this son, she's going to this. Now there's confusion as to, does he live backwards like Benjamin Button, or does he live at all time, at all times simultaneously? We don't really know as far as that goes.
I just
But
don't
it's
want
going
it to
to
be
go
too
back.
meta.
But they said they said when it was. They mentioned 2 other massacres that take place in the past, and those are going to be the massacres that they're going to center on.
Okay.
Just like the massacre at the club was mentioned, or the military club thing was mentioned in the It movies.
Right. I got a problem with it.
Well, you can't have a problem without seeing it.
I don't. Okay.
You want to see more of these characters, but these characters are going to go off on other adventures.
That's not true. I am okay if we go back one step. If you want to go back because he's all whatever, that's fine.
But to do it
then
twice.
There's got to be a way to get him to the future. Because I don't like the.
He says that that's the end of his story, essentially. That when he's killed by their kids in part 2, that's essentially the end, also the beginning of him.
So then the only way that this can end is that he kills whoever can stop him, and then he fucking lives.
Well, in theory, what would probably happen is that
because
he's
what's the
essentially
point of watching
born
the
because
show?
he's like a baby when they kill him in chapter 2.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what's the fucking point of watching the show if he's not going to win?
Well, what's the point of watching any show that's a prequel? But
that's the problem.
But what was the point of watching the show to begin with when we know, like, hey, we know how he dies? I mean, you could say that about any prequel or of any movie, any TV show. Like, we know where it's going to end up, so why watch it?
Because they do in the show, they sit, like you're saying, is like, oh, I lived till this, but I'm going to go back to the past and I'm going to fucking kill you for doing this to me. Because if you do that, then I'm going to disrupt the fucking timeline. That's the problem that I'm having.
Well, that's, I think, his plan. His plan, that's why he was essentially going after a lot of these kids, I think, is because they were related to the people in the
100% why he's coming after Marge.
So, and that's what she even says, or the kids say at the end of this, is that, well, what's to stop him from going further back and coming after, our, relatives, and they don't know what's coming for them. But there's nothing that says that that's going to work. Like, he might believe that that's a possibility, but it could be a Terminator situation of you can't change the past. What happened has happened.
Pennywise, no fate. You have any thoughts on this?
Oh, no. Nope.
I don't
listen, I watch to just watch.
I get that.
Not,
but see,
you get a little bit more in depth than I do. I mean, even with Jim, like I feel like I'm the person that, like, while I like the lore and like the little hints to this or that, some of them most of them I miss.
Well, yeah,
but
with her, it's fine going back in time with her, because when she gets new characters, it wouldn't matter, because even if they brought back old characters, they would be new to her. Because you're not going to remember them anyway, is what I'm saying.
But I like the idea of going back one set. If you want to go back 27 years,
cool. And they could still do that. Like, while they have alluded to things, they haven't necessarily committed.
Well, they did. They
greenlit
it for 3 fucking seasons.
Understand
They've committed.
that, but they may not have committed to that storyline. Like, they might have to see, okay, like, 1 did great, let's go ahead and do 2 that we have planned. Our idea is to get to this point of 3, and that could also be it. Like, it could completely disrupt everything,
right?
Or they realize, like, okay, that was enough going back, let's jump ahead and really mix it up, because Pennywise, with his time, it's not relative to him, essentially.
But that's the fucking, it may not fucking be relative to him. It's relative to the fucking people living in the world.
Right.
And that's where my issue is there's gotta be something that you're going to play that's going to affect the system. Because then if there's not, then why the fuck am I watching?
But that is literally what I just said.
How? I
said there could be a point in which it changes and it alters everything that has happened and it flips it.
But that's why. But then I feel like I'm just talking crazy because I said that. How? Okay.
Well, it could be just like
I don't want to have this conversation anymore because I feel like I said, why can't we go to the future when shit is fucked up and I'm looked at like I'm fucking crazy?
No,
Well,
I was agreeing with you. I was saying it could go this route. You never know. So you don't want to necessarily like sign off and be like, all right, what's the point?
as far as going back, you could get it's kind of like unveiling why some things happen the way they happen, just like what they did with the show compared to the movies. You know, you're basically hinting at things in the movies that we're now seeing unveiled in the show, and you could do the same thing very easily with another season, going back and until you eventually. It's kind of like Memento. You're watching it in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Watching Memento from front to back wouldn't really mean much. It's not as an interesting movie.
I mean, I hear you. I don't.
You want the X trilogy. You want like one season in the back. You want to go X, Pearl.
100%. Yeah, I'd like that.
Scene.
I would absolutely love that because that to me has consequences on everything I fucking watched.
But then that says they didn't kill it. But to do that, you have to say that they didn't kill him in
That's fine. And then that's fine because then guess what?
But he's already said they did.
But Jessica Chastain could fucking come. And then fucking James McAvoy could come. And then fucking Bill Hader could. That's my thing, though. If you're gonna fucking play... If you are going to play with time in your fucking story, then you better be ready to fucking fuck with it all. Because I gotta be able to sit here and say, I'm going to watch it. And then I'm going to watch Wlcome to Derry. And then I'm going to watch 2 and 3 into this. And maybe they make a new It. Who fucking knows? But they are the ones that just opened up that fucking door.
So
That's what my thing is.
What if they had really gone crazy and just said, it's Wlcome to Derry season 2, but we're not doing it now. We're doing its own thing, like an anthology.
Like, what do you mean?
Like another story, Stephen King kind of inspired, set in the
but
around
Pennywise
Derry.
is there?
But there's no Pennywise because it's in between the 27 years.
Mm-hmm. Cool. If it's got some kind of Stephen King, if Maximum Overdrive shows up, if we're going to do Christine, you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to do that kind of stuff in the world, sure, because Derry's fucked up. I'm into it. But I just feel like that's where my question lies of like, I don't want to watch a show because of this. I didn't watch Lost because I like Matthew Fox. I watched Lost because I want to see where it goes. I need a finality.
Well, you're going to get one.
But that's the thing, Jim. If the finality is I watched It Chapter 2 and they beat him, why? Why does it matter?
But like the idea is that, again, according to him, that was like him being born. So he's actually being killed in the past. So you didn't see him killed.
Okay. Okay. Everybody, Stranger Things comes out Christmas Day. And absolutely never compare that show to this show again.
Oh, you can't.
No one else gets to say that. Because I'm not walking around thinking Vecna's going to come back in the past. I get to watch Vecna either die or kill Dustin. It's happening. Oh, man.
Or never exist at all.
I'll watch season 2. We'll see what happens. What do you find folks out there say? What do you think of the It series? Do you fucking back these crazies? Are you with me on my island of It? Come to my dairy, and I'll show you my dairy hair.
Oh my God. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. We'll see you for our Stranger Things Part 2 review this Friday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is on Spotify, podcast feeds out there. Do your thing. We'll talk at you later. Bye.